What's up guys, Syiler here, and we are back with some more content, and this time covering more of the Warlords of Draenor content from BlizzCon, and we're going to be taking a look at the level 100 Shaman talents. Now this is an early draft of all the talents, so they'll probably change and they will be subject to change, so don't look at these as the final finished version. But we're going to look at what we've currently got, and these are unfortunately pictures taken from people's phones because you're not actually meant to know about these, but hey, they're out there, so we might as well make use of them. So the first talent up is called Rainstorm, and this, for elemental or enhancement, is a passive. While your lightning shield is active, lightning will strike a random enemy within 40 yards that you are in combat with every 3 seconds for 2000 nature damage. And restoration, condensation totem, 100 mana, instant cast, and this will summon a water totem with 5 health at your feet of the caster for 1 minute that collects 25% of all hover healing and then grants it to the shaman's spell power toward their next healing wave, healing surge, greater healing wave, chain heal, or riptide. So let's first look at the elemental / enhancement one. So while your lightning shield is active, lightning will strike a random enemy within 40 yards, so kind of unpredictable damage, but it is a passive. It's not a button that we need to worry about using, something that we don't need to use off cooldown kind of thing. And it does a decent amount of damage. It's got a large range, and they don't need to actually be attacking you. It'll just literally deal some damage out. Now I'd imagine it wouldn't hit CC targets, otherwise that'd make the talent a little bit, crap. But yeah, random 2k. I think the scaling's a little bit wrong. 2k damage does seem quite low. It depends on how much damage we're going to do in the next expansion as well. That's something to take into account, because we don't know how they're going to scale damage down in the next expansion. So we can't really look at the damage value at the moment. But it seems an okay talent. It doesn't seem, too crazy or too interesting, but it's a bit of passive damage. Now the Shaman one, the Resto one, is quite interesting though. It allows you to make use of your overhealing. So, I mean, every healer pretty much does overhealing. Obviously the better healers don't do as much, but everyone still does it. It's hard to know when someone's going to heal someone else. They'll get the heal off first, and then your heal goes to waste. And with this, it doesn't seem to have a CD. Only costs 100 mana, which isn't much unless they scale down how much mana we have. So, basically allows you to make use of that overhealing, and then you get a big poof heal kind of thing. So yeah, that's pretty cool talent for Resto, and okay talent for the other two. So next up is the Storm Elemental Totem. We get a Storm Ele, yay! Costs 1022 mana, instant cast, 5 minute CD, so like a normal elemental. Summons an air totem with 6000 health at the feet of the caster, calling forth a greater storm elemental to hurl gust of wind on the caster's enemies. Each gust of wind does damage to the enemy and then heals all allies within 15 yards for 100% of the damage dealt, split evenly. Lasts until cancelled. So that's pretty cool. That is not only an extra DPS cooldown, but it's also a raid utility cooldown. It does some healing. So depending on how hard it hits, that's going to be a That's going to be a useful thing. And I'd imagine the Storm Ele will look pretty cool as well. So yeah, I'm quite excited about that talent. Looks pretty cool, sounds pretty cool. Well, I don't know if it looks cool, but it definitely sounds cool. So I'll be happy to see that in play and see how it works and see how much damage it actually does, and obviously that'll result in how much healing it does. Next up, on the final one, is Reach of the Elements. So for elemental or enhancement, it spews lava, 40 yard range, instant, 45-second cooldown, so it's something we have to keep on track of, making sure we're using it off CD. Powers your current fire totem with the power of lava, causing it to spew globs of lava at random enemies within 40 yards every 1 second for 15 seconds. Each glob of lava deals 2k fire damage to all enemies within 8 yards. So it makes your fire totem become a ranged fire nova, basically. It'll start just spewing that crap everywhere, hitting all the enemies and doing some damage. So that's a useful AoE cooldown. Kind of long, but I guess if most fights that have ads, they only last for a short period anyway. Say for example a Mercius, you could put down your Fire Nova totem. No, sorry, you could put down your your current Fire Totem. So it doesn't matter what Fire Totem you have down. So you can have a Fire Nova totem which is already doing AoE damage, and then it's doing even more AoE damage. So that's really cool. I like that for the AoE effect. So yeah, definitely useful in AoE fights. You're definitely going to pick that up in terms of AoE. I'd imagine depending on how hard the Storm Alley hits, I'd imagine that'll be our basic single target cooldown. Not too sure about the passive one. Doesn't really seem too amazing. The fact that the damage is random, just hits whatever it wants, is kind of... But we'll see. It could do, because it's passive and is always active, it could do more damage than the Storm Elemental over a longer period. Say, for example, the fight lasts for 4 minutes, then, or 8 minutes, then you're only going to get 1 to 2 Storm Allies in, while your sort of Lightning Shield thing would be active all the time. So that could do more damage in those type of situations, or where fights that last for exactly like 6 or 11 minutes, you're going to get the extra Storm Alley in. So it depends on the fight for that to see how that works. So Restoration, High Tide, passive. Your Chain Healer also bounces to all targets affected by your Riptide. That seems pretty good. I'm not too sure on how many Riptides you can actually have out, as Resto, I haven't really played it. But that seems like a decent AoE healing talent. Definitely more powerful than the ones that we've seen so far for AoE healing, while the Storm Alley seems like an in-between. So yeah, there we go. So that's a quick look at all 3 talents. They seem cool to me. I've got no complaints with those so far. They're what I kind of expected to see. The first one's a little bit boring, but I guess we need a passive talent anyway, because we don't want like a billion buttons to have to press. So I'm happy with that. And there you go. Definitely like the sound of Reach of the Elements, so it's going to definitely improve our AoE ability. So thanks for watching, guys. Look out for more of these videos coming soon. See ya!